scattered recuperating rooms, that would again require some kind of a gestation period. The infrastructure development, for example, we are not concentrating, or the conscious effort of the state government has been to scatter the activities associated with tourism. So now the tourism is not probably being spoken in terms of having religious circuits, having Buddhist circuits. We are now trying to integrate the whole state, either by way of other integrated programs. For example, we are trying to develop new destinations. We are trying to ensure the development of destination in those places which are in between, where probably up till now not many activities associated with tourism have taken place. Una, Hamirpur, and to some extent Bilaspur area, in case you leave this Gobind Sagar part. So we are trying to increase the infrastructure at all the stations. We are trying to make a conscious efforts to make tourism not something as which is the only and the sole concern of the state government. We are trying to make it as something which even an ordinary Himachali, even an ordinary citizen of the state feels that this is one avocation which would or which could be used as a means of earning one's livelihood. We are actively trying to discourage those kind of sponsored tours and trips which only end up littering the state, contributing only garbage and waste paper and this Eastman color packing material. We have tried to make tourist destinations as eco-sensitive places. Green taxes have been imposed. The stumbling block, I won't consider anything as a stumbling block. The minor hiccups within the limitations of the state resources, those would continue to be there. The emphasis of the state government in ensuring the availability of basic requirements of hygienically potable water, a reasonably neat and clean place to stay. For that, we have launched that homestay scheme. And Himachal does have electricity everywhere. To ensure connectivity, that is our major hindrance as of now. We intend to connect all the panchayats by 2010 by roads. Once the panchayats are connected, our next logical step would be to ensure the connectivity to each and every village. Once that is there, then probably traveling to those far off places which are up till now not even thought of, that will become very easy. It would be more accessible for people to visit those areas. We want that each and everyone understands the eco-sensitiveness and linking of livelihoods with the maintenance of environment and the way nature has bestowed it upon us. So a very delicate balance that we are requiring.
Something I wanted to address with you about cultural differences of tourism. When tourists are going into the village and sensitivity of village customs and traditions, and even tourists from other states are unaware of some of the traditions and cultures because it's different. Could you talk a little about it?
Oh yes, basically we suppose that everyone visiting Himachal would not be sensitive to the extent which one is supposed to be. But simultaneously we also presume that whosoever is visiting Himachal, apart from some of the basic do's and don'ts, which we ensure one gets to know whenever he enters Himachal or whenever he enters a sensitive area where he is being ferried to. We are ensuring the involvement of the local panchayats and local people. Is some kind of a friendly pep talk is encouraged by the village elderly persons by way of few gestures, few demonstrative things. Then those areas which are culturally hypersensitive, for example, there are certain areas where probably one may not still be encouraged to visit that place with one's shoes on. So the local guide or the local pradhan or the local elderly people, they make some kind of speeches which are taken in right earnest. But some kind of a culture pollution that cannot be totally ruled out. These are some of the pitfalls of the tourism, and Himachal will also be no exception. The cultural sensitivities of the people may not be hurt to that extent that they totally spurn or they totally drive away the tourism product. The interference and the effectiveness of the state machinery would be judged by the number of or probably the absence of these cultural assaults. Up till now, Himachal has been assimilating each and every visitor. In fact, at some of the places, the assimilation has been more than desired. Some of the foreigners who came to Kullu Valley, they never returned back. So that also is not required. So instead of a cultural shock,
it's a cultural absorption.
They got a cultural cover. So that is also not required. But of course, the state is alive to this problem. The state is alive to this problem.
Could you talk a little about what you would consider your success at the end of this mission? What would be the markers you would consider that you have, once those markers are achieved, you could say you have personally achieved your mission?
That would be for my personal satisfaction. From the government parlance, in case I can have a...
I think only you can only speak from your personal, because the government is always biased. So from your personal perspective.
From the perspective of a government servant, in case I have a reasonably long tenure, that is not less than 1.5 years or 2 years, or I don't perish before that, then maybe in government parlance it would be deemed to have been in consonance with the expectations of the government. But from my personal angle, and there too, even with a slight tinge of immodesty,
or tongue in cheek.
Before coming to the tourism department, I had the temerity of penning down three books, and one of them happens to be a book on health and sex tourism. The other happens to be a book on eco-tourism, which has been adopted as a textbook by more than one university. So I earnestly only pray and hope that even if I am able to translate about 10% of whatever I have written in my books, so that would be a fair rate of success, to be evaluated by B only. That in government nobody asks as to what you have done. But on a very serious note, the first scheme which we started was हर घर कुछ कहता है और शिमला की कहानी इतिहास की जुबानी. That I do hope gets to see the light of the day by March. The second program which I can legitimately, or even if I am accused of saying something which I shouldn't have done, that was the development of a destination, geo-heritage destination in Kasauli. These are two of the things which, in case I am able to finalize and finish before rounding off my stay in the tourism department,